Pakistan. Ladies and gentlemen, Ronaldianio has a message for you. Hello, Pakistan.
Let the football begin. All right. Listen, people, we can't start the match because I still have children sitting in front of the electrical board. We cannot, it's not safe for these kids. Please, the gentlemen on this side and the children sitting right near the entrance, you cannot sit near the electrical board. We cannot start the match till you move. एक बार फिर हम मैच इस वक्त तक शुरू नहीं करवा सकते जब तक इलेक्ट्रिक बोर्ड के सामने बैठे हुए हॉकी नौजवान अपनी जगह से नहीं होते। I'm sorry, gentlemen, we just need to remove the children from the front of the electrical board. We don't want any high-speed footballs hitting them in the face. You can warm up, children. Take a deep breath. Listen, it's killing me to hold the match and ask these players not to kick off because of this reason. Gentlemen, the people over there, please kick them out. I need everyone behind the LED screen.
Yes, one.
Except for the players, I can't have anyone here. For the safety of your children, please leave everyone behind the electrical LED screen.
स्क्रीन के सामने से हट जाइए और प्लीज मैच एंजॉय कीजिए। जहां आप लोग खड़े हैं उधर ही बैठ जाएं। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
I can't hear you guys. What are you saying? You guys go on TV now, right? We have round big posters and Ronaldianio posters coming up in the crowd.
There's Kalimullah. That's the side of Kalimullah. And
We got the Blues going.
so some of you should go on YouTube and see Kalimullah's opening goal in the Major League Soccer. And that. Perez, incidentally, Omar, Portuguese father and Spanish mother, so wore actually two T-shirts.
And played for France.
And of course was born in France and played for France. But one was supporting Benfica, the great Portuguese club, and the other was Real Madrid for his mother. And Perez, of course, I think it was.
They had some really big superstars. Perez, of course, lining up alongside the likes of Henry, Petit.
Yeah. I think Petit was just before in
that,
'97.
Yes. Yeah.
But of course, the Bergkamp era was brilliant. That's a bit of skill right there from Ryan Giggs.
The great Ryan Giggs.
That was Ryan Giggs doing a bit of Welshman skill out there. We've got a kick in as opposed to a throw in. Should be fun. Ryan Giggs, of course, in his Manchester United days, and that is Ronaldianio doing a bit of.
That could have been close. Oh, we got a penalty.
Who's taking the kick, Omar?
Perez taking the kick.
Perez.
There you go. That's the first goal. That's the first goal against one of the greatest goalkeepers, David James.
I thought it'd be easy to stop the ball with such a small goal. I think James.
I think he had David James
running a little slow right now.
I think he got David James right there. It was just one kick.
That was fairly straightforward. 1-0 to the Blues. But they've been playing in this side of the half on the for
that's
the
a bit
first
of
few
drama
minutes.
right here. David James conceding that goal, and we've got Marshall here waving at us. Marshall, of course, has been rather busy since 7 o'clock. He should be joining us in just a bit. In about, he said I'll come around.
Marshall's
so Marshall
going to come around. He's actually first time he's visiting Pakistan, and he had the opportunity to get into a rickshaw this morning.
Well,
just to get here.
actually, what happened is that we came with Marshall and tried to get in. Of course, couldn't get parking, and gave him a rickshaw ride. And that is.
I think the Beans are finally waking up after going one zip down, and hopefully we'll get some action on this side of the pitch now.
Well, we are seeing some kicks. Oh, that was a nice pass by Ryan Giggs.
Crowd's loving Giggsy.
There you go. Every time the ball
we're gonna get Marshall on the
touches
mic now.
the ball, every time the ball comes to Ronaldinho, and let's welcome Marshall to the commentary box. Marshall,
thank you, Omar.
you know what? I got to see some of your dancing steps.
You saw a few of my dancing
I
steps.
saw you right there. You've been rather busy since 7 o'clock.
It's yes, it's been a busy night, but very much worth it. I'm thoroughly enjoying it.
So tell me, Marshall, did you expect this kind of an atmosphere in Karachi at the Satari Stadium?
I knew it was going to be passionate, and I knew the fans were ready for this, but
passes. A bit of drama here. There was a penalty.
The penalty, yeah. And did you notice who actually finished it? How well, how Robert Pires finished it? You know, Pires has always been a beautiful striker of the ball.
So, Marshall, tell us what have you been busy with in football?
I do a lot of work with Bundesliga, which is great fun. I also do a lot of work with the Premier League as well. That's fantastic. Nelka almost got in there.
That's a bit of skill.
Lovely skill from Baumorte.
A bit of skill from
Fulham fans were used to seeing that week in, week out for the best part of 6-7 years.
Absolutely. We're waiting to see a bit of samba from Ronaldianio. We were also, I thought Roberto Carlos was also coming. No, he wasn't. Or was it Ronaldo? Who was coming? Roberto Carlos was coming?
Yes.
He was. He could.
Yes.
He was really looking forward to coming to Pakistan, and hopefully he's going to be back next time or next year.
I think the time will come definitely for him to come along. He was very keen on being here. Circumstances are that he's still playing professionally. That's understandable. Here's George. That's a lovely.
That's a nice little pass from Boateng, losing out the ball. That's a nice.
It's Pires again. He's really running the midfield at the moment.
So, just for the viewers, futsal rules, which means that no throw-in, kick-in.
Mm-hmm.
That's Tariq Lutfi, by the way, who's probably the only Pakistan FIFA A-certified coach, and he was for a while also the Pakistan women's coach.
Right.
We had, of course, Hajra Khan, who was with you in the presentation, and Hajra is
she's team captain.
She's the Pakistan women's captain team, playing for the Balochistan team, and she's of course playing for a club in Maldives also.
Yes.
And she's absolutely super.
She's been brilliant as well, adding a touch of class to our presentation as well this evening.
That's one of our Pakistani stars also playing alongside these big international stars. It's going to be George Boateng, who's played for the Dutch national team also. This is going to be, and that was on the left. Oh! Now that should have been.
Yeah. Should have been 1-1 there, shouldn't it? Really?
Should have been a goal.
We're just looking at the Silk Bank replay here.
That was such a crisp, precise.
Oh! I think if Anelka connects, that's 1-1. I really do think that.
I think 24, 36 months back, Anelka would have put that one in. Where's Anelka been playing? Has Anelka also been playing in China?
Yes.
Oh, that was a nice pass.
Saad.
Gone out by Saad, one of our Pakistani stars, and that is...
that's a good ball in.
There's Jafar, one of our international players. We've got a lot of Pakistani players also, Marshall, who are playing abroad. Like we've got some of our players playing in Denmark in the league in Denmark in the second tier. And as I mentioned earlier, we were Kalimullah, who's playing in the MLS. Mm-hmm. It's in the third tier, but he's the only Pakistani who's actually playing in the MLS US soccer.
He's definitely the one that will help push and open doors and may he keep working and progressing and hopefully get it to the actual major league, the Division 1 of the MLS. He was
actually playing in the Division 1 of the Kyrgyzstan league. Mm-hmm. And he was one of our top scorers here in Pakistan. There's they missed out that one.
Oh, that was a great flick, a lovely skill from the Magic Man. R10.
Do you think the referee's got a red card in his pocket?
that if a red card was to
That
come
was a
out.
great pass by Boateng, by the way. That was a great pass by Boateng.
A lovely pass, wasn't it?
David James, apart from that
Lovely pass
penalty,
from Morte there.
have football players to do the step overs.
I would say, especially at the speed that he used to do it at. Oh my gosh! I mean,
the control
he
he
would be
had.
frightening. I certainly remember that World Cup 2002.
Well, I remember 2005. Felt so silly. He just stood there and he said, "Why did you do that to me?" So, and this was in 2005, and this was Ronaldinho at his absolute sublime best. Oh, that was a nice, neat pass.
That's
If you just tuned in, you are watching.
Oh, there should be two.
There you go. There you go. You saw
Ronaldinho.
That's Ronaldinho doing.
No penalty, says the referee.
Is that a penalty?
No penalty. I think the ref was beautifully positioned. They had a clear view of it. No penalty for me.
But that was a bit of magic from Ronaldinho.
Looking at the replay again here.
And he was having a bit of fun out there.
Oh, he's in his face. Again, great refereeing there.
We'll try and get Hajra back in just a bit. She's the Pakistan. So if you've just tuned in and switched on your TV, you've missed about roughly 20 minutes of seeing some of the greatest football stars. If you're a football fan, then you are witnessing Ryan Giggs, Ronaldinho,
Robert Pires
of Arsenal, George Boateng,
David James, some fantastic.
David James, one of the
Nicholas
greatest.
Anelka, some fantastic players who really have graced the beautiful game coming to this wonderful country.
And this is taking place right in Karachi at the Satari Hockey Stadium.
Built with a tough aluminium body and a pure, secure, and up-to-date Android. Unite for endurance.
सूफी जो नाम है एतमाद का.
New Nokia smartphones, built with a tough aluminium body and a pure, secure, and up-to-date Android. Unite for endurance.
अरे अलार्म नहीं बजा सुबह. ओहो बहुत लेट हो गया हूँ. बड़ा इंटरव्यू है आज. अच्छा भाई
ले 5 शेव तक.
Thank you so much.
Gillette, the best a man can get.
सर्विस टायर्स जो अपनी आला क्वालिटी इंपोर्टेड पॉलीमर से बने नए ट्रेड डिजाइन्स और मजबूत ग्रिप के साथ दे जिंदगी को महफूज साथ. ग्रिप सर्विस जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी.
New Nokia.
अलार्म नहीं बजा सुबह. ओहो बहुत लेट हो गया हूँ. बड़ा इंटरव्यू है आज. अच्छा भाई साहब कट जाएगा. ये है जिलेट ब्लूटूथ प्लस जो दे महफूज शेव कहीं भी कैसे भी.
Gillette Bluetooth Plus, क्रोमियम प्लेटेड ब्लेड्स के साथ जो चले 5 शेव तक.
Thank you so much.
Gillette, the best a man can get.
New Nokia smartphones. New Nokia smartphones, built with a tough aluminium body and a pure, secure, and up-to-date Android. Unite for endurance. New Nokia smartphones, built with a tough aluminium body and a pure, secure, and up-to-date Android. Unite for endurance.
अरे अलार्म नहीं बजा सुबह. ओहो बहुत लेट हो गया हूँ. बड़ा इंटरव्यू है आज. अच्छा अच्छा. Thank you so much.
Gillette, the best a man can get.
सर्विस टायर्स जो अपनी आला क्वालिटी इंपोर्टेड पॉलीमर से बने.
We're just about ready after the first break. Players are getting back on the field. It's still 1-0 to the Blues, of course, captained by Ronaldianio. Still waiting for Giggs' team to turn it on going into the second half. Well, second half of the. Hopefully, there'll be a little bit more coordination amongst the players as the game goes on. I think players are having a bit of a laugh just now, waiting for the game to get started again. Crowd's waiting, and Amr Nasir is back.
Okay, we are here, and there you have Ronaldinho right there. We have this second half on its way. It's still 1-0.
Yeah, I've got Hajar here with me. Hajar, tell me, we were asking that, this goal's pretty small, and David James is a big guy. But they got one past him. Do you think it's substantially more difficult to score with a goal this small?
I think it's more difficult to score, but it's also more difficult to save in a small post, I think, because the goalkeepers don't really know how much they have to reach for the ball or how much they do not. So it's difficult. I think it's very different playing a 7-a-side and an 11-a-side game. So
Saad putting on a show over here with a little step over. Saad, another one of the local players who have had this incredible opportunity to play alongside these stars. So who all from the national team do we have over here other than Kalimullah and Isa, of course?
all right, so we've got Kaleem and Isa, we've got Saddam, we've got Sadullah that you just named, we've got Yusuf Butt in the post. And I think that's what we've got. Rasool.
And most of these guys are playing in leagues outside right now.
Yeah, some
outside
of these guys are
Pakistan?
playing. Yusuf Butt plays for the Danish. Saddam plays in the Kyrgyzstan. Kaleem is playing in the MLS. So we've got a good mix here, I think.
And what about your aspirations for Bundesliga in Germany?
I'm still going to try and get there because I got tryout calls and I tried out for 3 Bundesliga clubs, which is pretty good for a Pakistani player, I would say. But my level is Pakistani level and the German level, because the teams, the clubs that I train
about Pakistan, but when you go there and you see, are they getting big crowds into the games as well?
Not so much. I wouldn't say, even if you go to the US or the Europe side, the crowds aren't that great, except, if it's the World Cups. Even then, I would say it's not that great. And it's kind of unfair because, we put the same amount of effort in.
Stages right now, women's football, and they have a long way to go, and I'm sure it'll only progress from where they are right now. Meanwhile, Nelka making a run.
These international players just touch the ball. You should hear them go when Ronaldo's got the ball or Anelka or Giggs.
I think the younger lot from Pakistan are a bit anxious to show that they can play with the big boys.
I think so too. I think so.
So they're giving it their 100% for sure. I think maybe this is starting to look like an Serie A game with mostly defensive football.
It's kind of laid back. The Leisure League local players are there on it, but let's.
The other problem is we're not going to get any big free kicks. You're not really going to see Perez, curling one in from 30 yards out.
That's true.
Yeah, he's moving a little gingerly right now. Giggs takes a shot. He's trying to emulate Beckham and has won the goal back in the United days. See, he's starting to get into it. He's getting all serious.
I think I've always looked up to him as a leader, as a player who's been so composed and so well on the field.
The goalkeeper is also from Pakistan. The second
he's
goalkeeper.
Yusuf Butt, and interesting story about him was he was offered to play under 19 Canadian, for the national team, but he gave up that to play for Pakistan because you can only pick one. So
and where is Yusuf playing right now?
He plays at the
in the mood to take the big guys on.
I think these kids playing on the field with such big legends is, I don't know. I don't even know if they dreamt of it because we kind of dream of it, playing, representing the country and playing international, playing foreign, I think this is something really, really big for them.
At least they're not starstruck, and they seem to be giving their all right now. A little bit of jet lag for the players probably as well.
I'm sure they've been traveling quite a bit, but I would say it's also the pitch.
Of
because,
course,
yes. It's not a football pitch or a futsal pitch, so it's kind of difficult for these guys to get used to it.
Giggs should be in pretty decent form. I mean, he was.
I think he's got some energy compared to the rest of them.
Yeah. But then again, Luis Boamorte, I think he's been out of the game for a while now. Even Perez. Anelka's still playing around in different leagues. We got some action down the right-hand side finally. Still waiting for the equalizer from the green side.
Oh, Saddam's doing a pretty good job there, I think. He's a good defender for Pakistan.
The big crowd over here still waiting for that second goal to come. Oh, here we go. We might have some.
That was close. I think Giggs is trying to play all these. He's trying to make some play for the rest of them.
The ball's probably bouncing a lot more as well on this pitch, so they're not able to keep it down. Definitely bounced a lot higher than Anelka expected.
Yusuf Butt is known to be loud at the back and
there's no prizes for guessing who the crowd favorite is in the green team.
For sure.
Giggs seems to have the biggest fan following over here. Moving it forward again to Ronaldinho, seems to be in the middle of everything right now. Maybe they had some biryani for an early dinner, and that
this is not going to be it. 14. Same thing go on. Next one,
whatever the score may be, but I think it's just incredible to see all these people showing up in the game, and the crowd is it's crazy. I think it's such a big footballing event taking in Pakistan.
Absolutely. The thing is, it's the show before the actual show started was quite amazingly entertaining, but I think now just to see these players up close and personal, huge impact on not only the watching at home and millions of fans are watching at home, of course, but also all the kids that are lined up over here next to, getting to watch Ryan Giggs and Bob Morte and Perez literally a few feet away from them. It has to inspire some kids to take up football.
I'm pretty sure. I think a lot of kids will be playing football after tonight.
The show, of course, moves on to Lahore tomorrow, where we're going to be live over there. They're all trying for the wonder goal.
They are for sure.
Amir's back after meeting some of the celebrities that are doing the rounds around the pitch. Amir, Ali Asmat have any words of wisdom for you?
Well, Ali says that I'm truly excited. I hadn't seen Ali for a long time, but he still looks good. He's right there, and he's just there you go, waving away, and he's of course out here to see the football legends. Bahajra, tell me some of the other players who are playing for the Pakistan team apart from Kalimul and Saddam.
Yeah, we've got. As you said, Kaleem and Saddam, we've got Isa Khan, we've got at the goalpost we've got Yusuf Bhatt, we've got Rasool, we've got Nabil, we've got a lot of these players playing in, which is good, and they're trying their best to show.
So tell me, a lot of these people, a lot of our players are playing in clubs I know some are playing in Bahrain. There's some football clubs out there, but the ones that are really picking up players from this side are Qatar also. You've got from the Middle East. You've got them playing in UAE. You've got some clubs out there also who pulled in a lot of European players also.
That's true. It's a growing game. Just like I said, maybe we might watch a lot of cricket. It might be a cricketing nation or whatever, but we've got a lot of scope around the world. Footballing. We're playing in South Asia. We're playing in the UAE. We're playing in the Middle East. We're playing in Europe. We're playing in America. So all these Pakistani players, I think they're super talented. And that's a great save.
That's Ronaldinho's pass. Boateng would have put that in a couple of years back. Oh, that was Boateng. Sorry, that was Boateng. Sorry, I do apologize. That was a great pass from Ronaldinho. But I'll tell you what, Umar, some of our Pakistani internationals at the defense are giving, some of our Pakistani internationals at the back are giving these international players a bit of a tough time.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't think they expected, defense that would be quite this aggressive. So I got a question. Of course, one of the things other than organizing this big event is leisure leagues are trying to promote 6-a-side, 7-a-side football, and their pitch is coming up all over the place. You're based in Islamabad. How are things over there?
Things are looking pretty good. I mean, it's all right in Islamabad at the moment, but in Karachi and Lahore, I think the response has been great from what I've heard. They're promoting 5-a-side, 6-a-side, and 7-a-side football, and it's giving an avenue, it's giving a platform to all those who don't really get to play, or those who cannot take time out, especially to get enrolled in clubs and stuff. So I think it's good. It's like Sunday evening football, so I think it's pretty good.
I think it's a bit too easy for James right about now. In fact, both goalkeepers really haven't been tested. James only letting through a penalty. Otherwise, we haven't had too many shots on goal.
Kalimullah has been a bit quiet actually, the second half. Haven't seen him doing his. He's a great dribbler, by the way.
Still on the field, though? I don't see
great
him.
control over the ball.
He might be off the field.
I saw Kalim. There was a bit of a rough tackle out there. I don't think the referee's carrying any cards.
He had to stop there.
That was some great saves by David James.
Ronaldianio is having a laugh in there. Oh, I think there might be another penalty now. There we go.
Do we have another penalty?
I think they're giving all of them away on penalties today. I think Boateng giving a bit of stick to Paul Morte
I think
for
Morte
taking
would have
that
laughed a
dive.
couple of years back on a tackle like that. No. I think they would have reacted slightly different.
I think he might have been giving him a hard time for no reason. That was obviously.
Morte taking the kick, or
well, some random person.
Who's taking the kick?
Across. I think it's Paul Morte. One of the local young players taking a shot. Why not?
So actually what he did, as opposed to doing the dummy, he actually took the kick and didn't take it. And I think that was the problem, which is different from doing a dummy.
Yeah, you're not really allowed to do that. Once you start the run-up, you have to kick it.
Absolutely.
Now.
You can't take a swing. Okay, David James and Giggs having a bit of
They're having a bit of a talk because there seems to be some issue which the referee's not happy about.
We are here live at the Satari, the hockey stadium, covering the